apparatus, turned around and picked up 3 individual golds, so we really had 2 top contenders. Now in the women's gymnastics, we are on the individual apparatus. So who knows? Will it be Phoebe Mills taking home more gold than Christy Phillips?
Don't forget Kelly Garrison.
That's right. She's a defending champion here at this festival, so we have a real hot one going on here in women's gymnastics. But we have a cold one coming up at the Sam Houston Coliseum, where the men's ice hockey gold medal game will be underway. Tim Brando will call that game for you. It is between the North team and the West team. Of course, you remember in 1980, the Olympic team was chosen based on, in part, the performance at the Sports Festival of 1979.
Weather report generally has been very hot in Houston, but we add something tonight. We can hear even inside the summit the Thunder Boomers, the thunder outside. And so what we're going to do with track and field tonight, as far as we know, it's going on the schedule because that's some little distance from here. And we've got the 110 hurdles, we've got the 100 meter for men and women, and we've got the metric mile, the 1500. It is a big night in track and field also. It's a big night in Houston for the United States Olympic Festival. This Olympic Festival is the world record set in the heptathlon by Jackie Joyner-Kersee last night over at Robertson Stadium. But there's still a lot of track and field to go, as we've already pointed.
With the thrill of the challenge. But to meet that challenge, the United States Olympic Committee needs your support. Because with your support, the U.S. Olympic Committee can work every day to help young athletes make their challenge our victory.
There is a capacity crowd here at the Houston Summit to witness the women's gymnastics competition individual honors. The man who's been covering gymnastics all week is our own Jim Kelly.
All right, Leandra, lots of excitement brewing here at the Summit tonight because we'll have gold medal performances on 6 different apparatus, or at least on 4 different apparatus. 2 stars that graduated from this festival, Mary Lou Retton, Julianne McNamara. How about this year's edition? Just 14 years old from Baton Rouge, only a freshman in high school this fall, and already Christy Phillips at the top of the gymnastics world after her experience here in Houston.
Well, I feel that the Olympic Festival is a really big meet, and I feel that if I do my best and if I accomplish my goals, then I feel like they'll rethink about what they were saying about it's not as big as a worldwide event, but really, in the athlete's point of view, it is. Any competition that you go to is important.
She likes swimming and water skiing and collecting gold medals. And Bart, she'll collect a bunch before she retires.
Without a doubt, and certainly on the balance beam. This was an exciting performance the other night in the all-around competition. She got off to a rough start on bars, but look at that. She did a tremendous laid-out backflip from a round-off. Excellent tumbling combination. She's exciting on beam because she does all the important acrobatic skills, and yet she's very smooth.
And she's just down the road from her hometown, so that crowd gets behind her.
Well, I feel that since the Olympic Festival is in Houston, that it's going to help all of the girls that train here in Houston. I think it's going to help them out a lot because they're going to have a lot of people, like their relatives or their family or their friends coming to see them and help them through the meet, you know. And then when the crowd gets behind you, you know, you're just like so, you know, just ready to go for it.
So poised for just 14 years old.
It's amazing how confident she is up there because she is doing, as I mentioned, all of the most difficult elements, and she just blasts through the routine. Look at that, a great side somersault. And now all she's thinking is, I gotta nail that pike double back.
You know, Bart, she reminds me of Scotty Hamilton. When Scotty was skating, he always would work the crowd. She's got such an electrifying smile. Now, Christy says her favorite event, the floor exercise.
Well, my hardest event right now is probably bars because I've had a few injuries with my arms and I haven't been able to work them as much as I've been able to work the other events. But they're coming along pretty good now. And probably my easiest event for me is floor right now because, like I said, it's my favorite. And whatever your favorite event is, it's usually one of your easier ones.
Another Bella Caroli coach product, Phoebe Mills, only 13 years old, second in the U.S., and a former speed skating champion.
I started gymnastics when I was about 4, and you know, I was flipping around the house and stuff. And so my mom said, you know, I better start doing something, you know, because I was breaking everything. And so they started me in gymnastics, and I liked it, so you know, I kept going.
And indeed, she did keep it going. A 9.5 on this routine.
And this was a very critical performance for her in the all-around competition. She had some very difficult tumbling runs, and she totally nailed them.
Phoebe likes swimming and diving and speed skating, and I would assume eventually beating Christy.
Well, she was a very determined competitor here. Look at that concentration. She blasts into this full in. Perfect.
And you, of course, Bart, as a former competitor, know the advantage of a good start. Also the advantage of support starting with your family.
My family helps me a lot. My mom, you know, and my 2 little brothers that came down here to live with me, and we have an apartment, and it really helps a lot there.
Now she's going to set up for her second tumbling run. This is a pike double back. And you can tell Bella Caroli is going to ease her into it.
And look at the nerves on his face.
How could you not want to perform for a coach with that kind of enthusiasm?
How many coaches say, yoo-hoo?
She was psyched because on the last tumbling run, she almost bounds completely out of the air as she does a double twist. And whoa, too much juice. She was really flying.
Bella does have a way of finding him with the same size and body frame, doesn't he?
And very explosive gymnast. That's what he's looking for.
How was I give up? Give us, thank you. Oh.
The little Phoebe, she is probably one of the fastest growing American athlete, and I believe she's gonna be one of the most successful around 88. It's her great advantage growing in this program. She was teammate with Mary Lou. She's teammate now with all the other ones who grow into great champions like Julian McNamara. And now they are in a great competition with Christy and pushing each other and competing against each other. And this positive competition, everyday competition, should make both of them growing fast and very directly, and they have no day off. They're competing all the time. So that's exactly what will bring them up again on the high level of gymnastics, just like Mary Lou used to be with her great competition with Diane Durham at that time, 83, 82, or Nadia back in 1976, becoming an Olympic champion because her great competition with Teodora Onguriano, who was just behind her and pushing her and competing against. And finally, sure, these girls, and through this great competition, became excellent athletes and very high-level athletes. Where there is no competition, there is no progress.
No competition, no progress. That's the story from Bella Caroli. Well, his 2 stars were outstanding in the preliminary competitions. Phoebe Mills qualified very consistently in 4 events, so she's in the final in all apparatus finals with a 2nd or 3rd position qualifying coming in tonight's competition. Well, Christy Phillips was outstanding. She won 3 of the events coming in tonight's competitions with 9.75s. She is outstanding, and I think she can win 3 gold medals tonight.
And let's not count Kelly Garrison out.
Athletes, because they have a message. No matter your disability, if you have one. Whether you're
Tim and hi again, everybody, alongside the 2-time Olympic vault after competition the other night. Kelly Garrison, Cindy Tom, Phoebe Mills, Dina Margolin, Christy Phillips, and Corinne Wright. First up, a 2-time gold medalist here at the festival, Kelly Garrison, 19 years old, out of the University of Oklahoma.
Now, tonight's final competition is a little different than we saw in the all-around. The girls will be doing 2 vaults, but the vaults have to be from a different family, so they have to be completely different.
5 years on the senior national team.
Oh, too bad. That was a handspring tucked front, and she was just too short on the rotation. Nothing you can do.
Since this is a finals competition, each athlete will perform 2 vaults.
She gets onto the horse here. Her knees are a little bit bent, and she doesn't quite have the height or the rotation. And when your feet are out there, there's not much you can do to try and save that landing.
Do you know it when you're in the middle of the flip? Do you know you're not going to land well?
Yeah, you know that ground is awfully close. You don't know exactly where it is, but you know as you're flying through the air like, oh, baby, what am I going to do?
And you notice on the shot right there, the tape on that left ankle. You were spending some time with Kelly out by the pool. How bad is it?
Well, I think her ankle is actually okay, but your ankles do take a beating in gymnastics, and over, the long competition throughout the whole year, they do stay pretty sore. We noticed that she did a handspring front as her first vault. Now, that is not the vault that she used in the all-around competition. I expect now she'll do a laid-out Tsukahara, which is the vault that she competed. She chose to do that rather a different vault for her as the first one, and then finish up here with a stronger vault, the laid-out Tsukahara. Let's see if she does it. Okay, a little short of rotation on that layout Tsukahara, but that's the vault she used in the all-around competition.
She likes water and snow skiing. Her favorite event, the balance beam. Kelly Garrison with a 9.55 on Friday night.
She's not quite as high as she was the night before, and you can see she's a little short of rotation, so she has to take a step forward in towards the horse, and that course will be a couple of tenths of a point deduction. Look at the look on her face as she blasts down this runway. She really has to muster up all the possible energy she needs, because she just looked a little tired, and she didn't quite have the spunk that she did in the earlier competitions.
There is Kelly Garrison, who has won this festival twice. With all the attention focusing on Phoebe and on Christy, I would imagine that Kelly's putting a little extra pressure on herself.
I'm sure she would like to win a couple of gold medals tonight if she possibly can.
Cindy Tom out of West Covina, California, 9.45 Friday night.
Okay, now that was actually a mistake, I believe. Cindy, I don't know what her vault was supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be a laid-out Tsukahara. She got ready to straighten her body out. She actually tucked. You can see what happened here. She does a round off on. Now watch, she's supposed to keep her body straight. She tucks and then straightens her legs out. So it's sort of a half-tucked, a half-laid-out Tsukahara. I think the judges will hit her pretty hard for that. Let's see again. Right here, she bends her knees. She should keep her legs straight, as she does there, for the last half of the vault. I think she was a little confused.
Kelly Garrison averaged an 8.775 tonight, 19.325 overall, temporarily in the top spot. Second vault, Cindy Tom, age 14, from California.
Okay, now that's the vault that she was going to do the first time around, and she did it beautifully that time.
Cindy needs a score of 9.875 to tie Kelly Garrison.
The unfortunate thing with that first vault was that the tuck Tsukahara is not a very high difficulty rated vault. This one is much better. Perfect position in the air, nice high positioning, and a good job on the landing. That vault will score much better than the first one did.
Ranked 14th currently in the United States, age 14, out of West Covina, California. She likes reading, horses, and playing the piano. Waiting for her scores.
Score for the second vault, 9.40.
A 9.40 on Cindy Tom's second vault, so that will not be good enough to overtake Kelly Garrison so far. Here is Phoebe Mills. Boy, did she electrify the crowd Friday night.
And she is very exciting on the vault. She's going to do these new round-off approach vaults. She does a round-off onto the board, back handspring onto the horse, and then a full twisting Tsukahara off the horse. Here she goes. Great speed. Nice job.
Phoebe scored a 9.65 on Friday night. Gets a hug from her coach, Bella Caroli, right there. How does he keep coming up with all the nicknames?
You hold it a little bit back. Now in the second with the good run, okay? Good action.
It's kind of hard to understand him, isn't it? Let's see what happens here now. She does the round off here, back handspring onto the horse. Now what, she's going to tuck, do a backflip with a full twist, and she has lots of energy. She bounces out of that. One more time. Here she is, feet on the board, hands on the horse. Good job.
9.70 on the first vault for Phoebe Mills. Let's talk about the correlation here between leg strength and arm strength in the vault.
Well, certainly you need good speed as she has here, but you need good arm push off the horse right here. Nice job. Now that was a similar vault, but she did it in the laid out position. And that's the vault where she got her big score the other night in the preliminary competition.
That was good. Good job.
That was good, the coach said. It was good for a 9.70 the first time around. Let's take a look at vault number 2.
Okay, and this vault is a little bit different. She does the same approach, but right here she's going to keep her body straight and do the full twist. That is a tough vault.
Look, she's got sprays in her legs. She lands so softly.
Again, a 9.70.
Once again, perfect position in the air. A big hop on the landing, but that's a tough walk. She'll get high score for that, I'm sure.
Back-to-back 9.70s for Phoebe Mills out of Northfield, Illinois. She's your new leader. Deanna Margolin from Hazlet, New Jersey, up next.
Okay, now there's a laid-out Sukahara, the same vault that Kelly